Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So this is the first video of our Scikit-Learn series. Okay, so this is a very exciting series. It's even more exciting than Matplotlib, NumPy and Pandas. Okay, so Scikit-Learn is the main library you'll definitely want to learn about. So today I'm going to give you an introduction to Scikit-Learn just to make sure that you know what it's used for, what it does, and what we're going to cover over it. Okay, so let's learn about that. So what is Scikit-Learn, aka SkLearn? So the reason I put aka SkLearn is because you'll usually see this term referenced in code. So that is the reason why I wrote what is Scikit-Learn, aka SkLearn. So you should be familiar with this term too in case anybody uses it, because I know loads of people use this term. So back to the question, what is Scikit-Learn? So it's a Python library that is used for making and designing machine learning models. So you can make machine learning models, test machine learning models, anything related to machine learning models. So these are the steps you'd usually take with Scikit-Learn, but we'll go over them in more depth in this video later and throughout the series. So don't worry if you don't understand. So the first thing you want to do is you want to collect some data, make sure it's all accurate and it's what you want. And then what you do is so after that you're going to obviously design your model, and then you're going to test it. And then once you've tested it, so basically in Scikit-Learn you split data up into two parts, which is the testing data and the training data. So first we want to test it on the training data. So we're training it on that data. And then after that, we will give it the final test. So we'll test it on the testing data. And once we've done that, we will evaluate if the prediction we were looking for, if the test results we were looking for are our standard or not. If it isn't, then what we're going to do is we're going to improve it. Okay, so why use Scikit-Learn? Now you should know why we should use it, otherwise there's no point of using it. So one of the reasons we're going to use it is, well, it's built on Matplotlib, NumPy and of course Python. Okay, and then it has many built-in machine learning models already, so you don't have to be really experienced with machine learning if you want to build machine learning models. It has many built-in ones already that you can build upon and test. And then it's also got many methods to evaluate our machine learning models. So by evaluate, I mean by seeing if if the results are up to our standard or not. And then it's also got a very well designed API. So that is pretty good. So here is a Scikit-Learn workflow. Now we're going to get familiar with this workflow throughout the whole series. So it's better to get just to know it now. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get our data ready, because that's very important. Otherwise you can't really make a machine learning model without data. So you do that. And then you pick a model, and you also have to make sure it's suitable. So don't worry about the graph you can see right here. It looks a bit intimidating, but don't worry, we will look at that in a later video. And then what we want to do after that is to test the model using the data we have prepared and make a prediction. So by test the model, I mean, so once we've picked our model, basically what we're going to do is we're going to train it after we've picked the model. So I haven't included that, but actually that is what we want to do. And then we test the model on our test set, so our testing set of data, and once we've tested it, we make a prediction, and then we evaluate the model, decide if it's come up to our standards or not. And if it isn't up to standards, we improve the model by analyzing and experimenting with it. Experimenting. And then after that, we save and share our model. Okay, so that's really important in case you just want to keep that copy of the model and then you want to improve on it afterwards. So that's a good thing to do in case maybe there's a power cut and then your model crashes or something like that. It's not necessarily going to happen, but that's the sort of thing I was thinking. So now we're going to look at what we're going to cover. Now it's not exactly, it's actually the Scikit-Learn workflow, but it's just a bit more in depth. So listen again if you do not understand at all. So let's go through it. There we go. So here we are. This is my whimsical board. So the first thing is, what will we cover? So first we're going to get familiar with our Scikit-Learn workflow. That is very important. Okay, so don't worry about that actually. There we go. So we're going to get familiar with our Scikit-Learn workflow. And then we're going to prepare our data for using in our machine learning models. Okay, so we will have to prepare our data for that. And then, so after we've done that, we're going to choose a machine learning model. And make sure it's suitable. And then we're going to by test I mean to train our model. So training our model and then learning different patterns in that data through training your model. And then you're going to use the patterns we have found to make predictions. So by making predictions, I mean make the model make predictions on a testing set of data. And then after that, we're going to want to evaluate our model. Sorry guys, I don't know why the arrows aren't appearing today, but it doesn't matter about that right now. So evaluate our model, and then after that, we improve our model using experiments and analysis. Okay, so that's important if it's not up to your standard. And then we save and share our model. So that's what I meant by very, very similar to our Scikit-Learn workflow. But the reason I had to show you the Scikit-Learn workflow is because we're going to be going through that in the whole series. Okay, so yeah, that's the end of this video. I just wanted to give you a short introduction of what Scikit-Learn is and why it's helpful, and a workflow, of course. So in the next video, I'm going to demonstrate a typical Scikit-Learn workflow you'll go through in about 22 minutes, I guess. So in about 20 minutes. So yeah, please look out for my next video. It's going to be very important if you want. So we're going to get familiar with the Scikit-Learn workflow, and then after that we'll go through each step. We'll go through each step better, so you guys understand what Scikit-Learn, how you guys can learn Scikit-Learn very easily. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments or doubts, please comment them in the comment section below. I will I will answer them happily. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's the end of this video. Bye.